Howdy, everyone. Coming back to you again from my basement. But a couple weekends ago now, we actually went to our local Edmonton beer festival. And I said this last year, and I said, I don't care what I miss or what's going to happen. I'm going to this thing because a few people ended up not going, and I didn't either, and I really wanted to do. So I made plans a year in advance to come to this, and me and Curtis went, and it was actually one of the best times ever.
There was a lot of beer.
A lot of beer.
Yeah, there was a lot of people. You had to wait in line for a lot of beers. When we were there,
we went too many people.
Yeah, there was a lot of people. That's the only thing I would say that was bad about it. There was quite a few people, and
things were just too condensed and close.
Yeah, like they had a couple halls, built up to it. But by the time we got there on Saturday, which was kind of bad because there was a couple beers that we wanted to try that actually were sold out.
But I went to one place. I would assume they would have gotten more beer from Friday to Saturday.
Yeah,
by the time we got in, because it was like 4:30, 5 o'clock. That in that span of like an hour and a half when they opened, that they could have just ran out of beer.
Yeah, it's possible, I guess, but you got to figure that they probably only came with so much to begin with.
Yeah, so and I guess they probably had a set allotment for both days.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So. But having said all that, it was a really good experience. There's a lot of great beer, and it definitely was
a lot of great beers and a lot of bad beers.
Yeah, there was a lot of different beers. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So, obviously this is we've given a rating to all the beers that we've both tried. We both got different. If we went to a station and they had different beers, we each got a different beer. We tried each other's out. And then we gave it a consensus. That's what the word I was looking for. Consensus rating out of 5 bottle caps. And honestly, we don't remember all these beers.
Can you give us a quick total of how many that we jointly tasted?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So we tasted 22 beers within... Oh, what time did we get there? 3 o'clock?
We tried to get there at 3 o'clock.
Tried to get there at 3. We got in there probably about 3:45. 3:30.
Yeah, 3:30.
3:30. And we probably left at 6.
I thought it was after that.
Maybe. 6:30, maybe. 7
yeah,
o'clock. So we tried 22 beers in that amount.
Nice 4-ounce cups.
In about, so about 4 hours or so. Obviously, like I said, if there was more than one beer at a station, he would get one, I would get one. So it wasn't like we got the same beer and we had 22 times 4 ounces of beer. It wasn't that much, but it still was a lot of beer. And when you try so many different beers and so many
you're
different,
walking around and trying to figure stuff out, you get bloated so fast.
Yeah, like when we were ready to be done by 7 o'clock, 7:30. So
yeah.
And then we went to have something to eat, and we had a beer at wherever we were at. It was an Irish pub.
Yeah, it was an Irish pub at the local mall right beside.
Yeah, and we had a beer there, and that was about all I could have had. I couldn't have had another beer.
Yeah.
You get bloated really quick, but like I said, we don't remember all of these beers. We remember some really good, some really bad. Like the first one, I kind of remember, and I actually really liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
It was the Warsteiner Pilsner.
I liked it more at the start of the night than I did at the end. I remember.
Did we try it again?
Well,
we tried the dark one at the end.
I think. Well, by the end, we were trying to get rid of tickets.
Oh, maybe that was.
And then I think I got the Warsteiner Pill, just to kind of get rid of a few tickets, and I didn't like it as much. It may have been that my palate had been so messed up.
Well, yeah, because before you had that, we had a couple of duds. So
yeah.
But the Warsteiner Pilsner was the first one we tried, and we gave it a 4 out of 5. Then we went to the Sleeman booth, and they had 4 beers. We tried 2 of them right away. One was the Cream Ale, which is, maybe it's not the normal one, but it's a very good beer.
And going back into the books, after I was rewriting it out because I had to make a few adjustments, We actually, or one of
We
us
already did a beer
the
review on that
Sleeman
one.
Cream Ale.
Mm-hmm.
So
we already did that one, but it's one. I like this.
I did too.
Sleeman
I think I gave it a less rating then than I did now.
Yeah, that's probably possible. We gave it a 4 out of 5. It's a very pretty smooth beer, and it tastes really good too. Like most beers, it's smooth, but then maybe the taste isn't there, right? But this one was both, so we gave it a 4 out of 5. There was also the Silver Creek by Sleeman there, and that one wasn't as good. It was still pretty good, but we gave it a 3 out of 5. So after
that was by Sleeman. Oh,
yeah, by Sleeman.
When you
Sorry,
said by, I thought it was thinking beside.
Sleeman Silver Creek is what I should go by now. After that, we went to the Big Surf booth, and they had a couple there. One was a lager, and the lager was really good.
Lucky you.
Yeah, a 4 out of 5, I guess.
Because that was your 4-ounce cup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then... Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You had the honey brown?
Yeah, I think
so. Okay, so I guess Ryan had the honey brown for his 4 ounces. I tried it as well. We both agreed that it wasn't very good. It was, I think it just... if I remember correctly, it was just maybe, I don't know, a little bit too... not strong, but just a kind of skunky taste.
There was too much beer flavor.
Yeah, so we only gave that a 2 out of 5. Although it was not as bad as this one. We both remember this one, the Hop Dog.
Oh.
This station was the only station out of all of them that cleaned the cups before they put in the new beer.
And yeah.
So to make sure that we knew it wasn't any of the other beers that made this beer taste so bad.
And that's the thing. When I saw her like cleaning out the glass, I was expecting it to actually be quite good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's pretty professional, I would
exactly.
say. You don't go to these things and they don't clean out your glass very often. So when you do, think, okay, they just don't want us to get the bad impression that their beer is actually bad.
A mixture of 12 different beers that can taste.
So, both of us, and the lineup was fairly decently long.
Yeah.
Like we both went by there and was like, oh, this one, other people are interested in. So we'll try it. We tried it, and he has it written down here that it's a very bad boxer. So if you like boxer, or if you don't like boxer, you hate and despise this one. We both gave it a 1 out of 5. It was very bad.
Yeah.
From there, we moved on. Oh, Alexander Keith's has the new hop series out, and that one they have.
That must be the new thing because everybody's coming out with hop beer.
Yes, and like hops. I was talking to my girlfriend before this, and she's like, "What makes beer so bitter?" And part of it is hops. Part of it is the different types of yeast they use, and it depends how much barley they have and how much they ferment it, and different processes like that.
Yeah.
Different things can make it bitter, but hops is one of them. But there's different types of hops. And the first one, we had tried 2, and one of them was a Cascade. And this one, trying to remember this one, I believe it was...
this was good, though, wasn't it?
It was a very good... I think it has our highest rating. Yes, it had our highest rating. I thought it said barley. But then it said Cascade or something. No, maybe not. No, that wasn't.
That was the Galaxy.
No, yeah, that's the Galaxy, right? This one. Oh, okay, I remember this one. This one was the one that the guy said it was his favorite, but it wasn't the popularity favorite, if you will. The popular beer in the public eye. So.
And it didn't have a bad taste. It had a different taste.
Yes, okay, I remember. It was a lot more fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot more fruity. It wasn't like a lemon or a lime. It was just fruity in a general sense, I think. Which for beer is very different, and I like that about it. So
yeah.
We gave it a 4.5 out of 5, which is our highest rated beer out of all of them. But actually, generally, the Keith's Hop series was actually pretty good.
It was, yeah.
Pretty much all of them were really good.
It just sucks how crazy expensive it is out of the beer fest, or else we'd probably drink it more.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. That was my beer. Excuse me, that I tried. He tried the Howit Tower? Howit Tower? I have no idea how you say that.
I don't either.
Let's call it the Howie Berry. So we tried the Keith's Howie Berry, and
Wasn't that the fan favorite?
no, that the Galaxy was the
Oh,
favorite.
okay, yeah.
This one was the least publicized of them all. But it was different too because it tasted almost like. Oh, I wish I could remember. Did it have a minty flavor?
It didn't have minty. It just had almost like an herb flavor.
Oh, great. Oh, yes. Okay, I remember that one now. Yeah, so it also had a very different flavor to what normal beers have. So it was different that way, and I didn't like it as much as the Cascade, but it was still interesting. It was very good. Maybe not to have like 4 or 5 of them, but to have one on when you're after a long day or whatever, it's a pretty good beer to have. So we had marked it a 4. So
Yeah.
all around the keys, like I said, were very good. Then we went to Prohibition.
No, Prohibition came to us.
Well, yeah, and because it was right across from Keith's. And boy, were we disappointed with the first one we tried. We tried the Smuggler. And boy, the Smuggler just did not treat us very well.
Rest in peace, Smuggler. Yeah, it was probably gonna die pretty quick.
It was not very good at all. We gave it a 1 out of 5. Pretty bad overall. The smell was maybe not bad, but oh boy, it tastes awful. Oh.
Yep.
And then I had that one, and he had the bootlegger, so he had the better one, which was only a 3. So it was average. It wasn't great. It was an average. Like, would you say average would be maybe like a? What would you say an average would be? Like a boxer beer? Would that be an average?
Yeah, as long as it's not watermelon or apple.
Yeah, okay. A boxer original lager ale or whatever they have. That's probably an average. 3 out of 5 is just above average, so it's maybe a hair better than boxer, but it wasn't much better. So that can give you a little bit better view. Speaking of boxer, a very good transition. We went and tried the boxer apple.
Oh shit!
He didn't like it very much. I loved it. So
what is wrong with you?
I don't know. It tasted like an apple Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Just like the watermelon tasted like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
But so nobody liked the watermelon Jolly Rancher.
What's that?
Nobody liked the watermelon Jolly Rancher beer in the first place.
Well, I didn't mind. Well, I didn't mind it. I wouldn't drink it all the time, but it was interesting.
Yeah, you don't drink it all the time. You just make me beer boy.
Well, you got to remember. Yeah, you got to remember too that it's a 7 or 6 or 8% beer.
I think it's an 8% actually.
Yeah, something like that. So, percentage-wise, it is. You have one of them, and it's like you've had 2 or 3 beer by the time you're done it. And they're tall boys too.
Depends on how fast you drink.
Yeah, that's true. So, he didn't like it very much. I loved it. I probably gave it a 4, but he put it at 3.5. So I'm guessing he didn't like it very much.
No.
So that's my guess by it. But and then that was the one that you went to get, because I went to get a bad hair. No, not that type of hair. It's a rabbit. Okay. The bad hair.
Restart.
The bad hair is a company, and HARE is how you spell hair. And they had they had a few beers. They had a few. They had 4 beers. The 2 that I would have probably preferred to try were sold out. This is the one place that I realized that they sold out of their beer. So we tried the IPA. Don't ask me what it means. India Pale Ale.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
But no, wasn't that the same place that had the chocolate and mint flavor?
Yeah, that was. Did we try those?
No.
No. So yes, that's
I think the chocolate one was sold out.
No, the chocolate one was there. So.
The chocolate one was there, and then the mint would have been sold out, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
And then
there was another
original.
There was another original one that I wanted to try. That was the original I did want to try, and they didn't have it.
Oh.
So he said they only had this or the chocolate one, and I'm like, I don't want to try the chocolate. Chocolate beer does not sound very good.
No.
No. So we tried the India Pale Ale, and it was below average. We gave it a 2. It wasn't the strongest beer at all, and it didn't really tickle our belts, I guess, if you could say.
Tickled the back of my throat when I wanted to get rid of it.
that's about it. So after that, we went back to the Keith's Galaxy, back to the Keith's booth, and the Galaxy is the hop series that is the most popular. We didn't try it at first. I don't know why we didn't try it at first, but
yeah, we like being different.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you look at all our beers that we've done. So.
Yeah, so we tried the Galaxy to see what the all hype was about, and you know what? We didn't think it was fantastic. Like it was pretty good, I would say, but it wasn't. It didn't blow us out of the water at all. So we gave it a 3. It was a decent beer, but I think maybe. I don't know. Do you think maybe just because it's been done before that it was just didn't really have anything special to it?
There's that, but I thought we found something like it. It was a good beer, but it wasn't one of those like knock you in the jaw like holy crap it's so good kind of beer.
And especially after we tried the Cascade and the Halle Berry one, I think. I think we were maybe expecting a little bit more after it was heard, oh, this is the beer that everybody else likes.
Yeah.
So, shows us why we like to be different. So, after that, we went back to Prohibition. Why? I have no idea.
Because they had more beer, apparently.
I guess. So, oh, okay, I understand. So, one of us went back to get the Galaxy, which was probably me.
Yeah.
And then you went to get the Prohibition. The last one, so
Lawless.
We had the Smuggler and the Bootlegger, and then we had the Lawless. The Smuggler got a 1, the Bootlegger got a 3, and Lawless got a 1 as well. They just don't have good beer. I don't know what to tell you.
And that's the thing. When we say all these are all our opinions. Like, if you want to go try it. But nothing we say here is set in stone.
No, and of course, we've tried already a bunch of different beers before that. We had the Galaxy before that, so which was a decent beer. So what can you say? The one thing that wasn't beer there was the Vodka Aid.
Ooh,
and that
I
booth,
still have that calendar too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Vodka Aid booth was packed pretty much the entire night because it's different. It's not beer. It's Vodka Aid, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
And they had 2 flavors.
Did they only have 2? I think they might have had a couple more.
No, I think we only had.
Oh, then one was sold out, wasn't it?
Maybe.
So, or maybe. No, anyways, I think they had more than 2 flavors, but we went and got 2. I got the raspberry. He got the dragon.
The dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit.
Oh.
Both were very good. Obviously.
But the drinks and the ladies at the booth were pretty good.
Yeah, you can say that. I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's why I said it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But no, honestly though, the Vodka Aid was very good. The raspberry and the dragon dragon fruit were very good. We gave it both a 4 out of 5, both of them. So
And it was good because
Well, have you seen Vodka Aid around?
No.
I haven't seen it around. You think it'd be pretty popular?
You think it's pretty popular, but we are from a fairly small town. That's my only thing.
I guess
my
true.
guess. And maybe at the Wine and Beyond store or whatever it is.
Maybe.
That gentleman, I'm assuming they'd probably have it.
Oh, for sure they have it. Yeah, so that was interesting. The Vodka Aid was worth trying, for sure. Then we went to the Coors booth. They had a Coors Original, and we both got a 4 ounce of this. And it was a 3.5, so obviously it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but it was our first beer after we tried Vodka Aid, so of course maybe it went down a little bit harder.
It went down a little bit harder there, and I think it's also that Coors Light. Well, I guess with Coors Original here, especially in Alberta, it hasn't been here for quite a while.
Mm.
And this one guy who's from a smaller town nearby, he actually got enough people to sign a petition, not position,
Mm-hmm.
And then send it into the Coors company, and they actually started to resell Coors because he went to school down in Minnesota, I think.
Right.
But every time he'd come up, he'd always be bringing enough Coors for everyone, and not have a whole lot of do like room, I guess, for him to bring his stuff back. And he got sick and tired of it because he wanted to bring more stuff back for him, or like just taking stuff back and forth, and he couldn't. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a
Interesting
pretty good beer, I would say. 3.5 out of 5. It's pretty tough for us to give it 3.5. We weren't giving it a 4, but 3.5 is pretty good for our rating, anyways. Because we didn't give a 5 out of all of these beers. Closest was, of course, that Keith's Cascade, which was really good. Then we went back to the Sleeman booth because there were 2 more beers that we didn't try. One was the original Sleeman, and the other one was the Honey Brown. I've had the Honey Brown before, and I thought it was better than what we had it as. But maybe it was just late. We were getting really late in the night, and we wanted to try as many beer, get rid of our tickets as
Yeah, we were kind of stretching that out by that point.
Yeah.
I think.
So we tried the original. The original was very good, a 4 out of 5 for us. So that means it's very good beer.
Yeah.
The Sleeman Honey Brown was only 3 out of 5. Maybe if it was my first beer of the night, I probably would have given it a higher bidding. Because the Honey Brown beers, I do not mind, depending on where it comes from. But I do remember the Honey Browns being better.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what it is. Then we went back and we made a mistake and tried the Warsteiner Dark. Oh. And at that point, we decided, okay, no more dark beers.
Yeah.
We gave it a 2 because I'm pretty sure if you ask somebody who loves dark beers, they probably would have loved this beer because, there was something about it. Like, it was, for being dark, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But since it was dark and since neither of us really like dark beers, we gave it a 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 bottle caps. So
yeah.
So then we came to our final 2 beers of the night. One was the Lancaster Light. To be honest, I really don't remember this beer. I wish I could remember.
I think I just remember it being bad.
We gave it a 3.
Oh.
So it was average, I guess.
Yeah.
I think Boxer, I guess. I don't know. That's about the best I can tell you.
It's Boxer, Keystone, or...
This one, the last one I do remember, because it's called Wood Buffalo Banff Ave, is what the beer is called. And I believe, no, it's not manufactured in Banff. It's actually manufactured, I believe, in Red Deer.
Yeah, might be.
So,
I'm not too sure where it is.
And if I'm not mistaken,
yep,
the Drummond beer is also manufactured in Red Deer. And if you tuned in before, you realize that they don't make very good beer. 2 out of 5 is what we gave it. It was not very good. So it matches almost what I gave the Drummond beer. But there you go. That's 22 reviews from the Edmonton Beer Fest. Like we said, overall it was a great experience, and maybe we I don't know, like, if we were to go back, what would we do different?
Get a beer god pass, I think.
Yeah. What would that give us?
It would get us an expedited to the front of the line, basically, and then you'd get a beer and a wine tasting class, so you can know what to pick out, from an actual professional. And then I think there's something else that they gave you, and I think it was $60 for one day, which really isn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. I loved the experience, and I think you got a lot of different got to taste a lot of different beers, and like I said, by the end of the night, so many different beers, so many different tastes, so many things.
It just mixes all up in your stomach, and you just can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, and we had, when we went to eat, that
was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. We would get $3 or $4 poutine, which was actually pretty good. But then we got the sides, and it was that much. We could fit it in our hand, basically.
Yeah.
So, but it was still very good poutine. But I don't know why we got talking about food, but
just talking about all of there. Oh, and even though I understand that they're trying to get publicity or kind of get some extra business, with it being a beer fest, I don't understand why there has to be psychics and tattoo parlors and colored contacts and glasses booths, where I think they should focus on putting those as other stations that could be not
I would
necessarily
say
beneficial, but
I would
like,
say they shouldn't have had them in the halls. They could have maybe had them outside.
yeah, or have them all on one part and not interdispersed.
Yeah, like I think they tried to do that, but they wanted to save. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that
But I
wasn't
guess
the
if you
greatest.
put it all on the one part, if people don't want to go there, they're just not going to. So if you put them, like if you interdisperse them, people are going to have to walk past and they're going to have to look.
Yeah.
So there's going to be people out there that would buy just.
Yeah, a lot of it is marketing too,
which
for
is
people.
stupid.
Well, yeah, it is kind of, but yeah, I don't know. Like I think it was still a really good good time for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do it again one day and
Yeah.
go down there and try some different ones. Now that we've tried all these ones, we know which ones we have to take a list and make sure. Oh, we tried that one already or whatever, so we don't waste our time standing in line for them.
Oh, and speaking of beers that we've already had, there's one beer from one of our original beer reviews that we've done that I actually saw a giant banner for. Do you remember what that was, Curtis?
No, I can't.
Yang Jing.
Yes.
We saw a giant,
yes.
great big banner saying
we
Yang Jing,
we
we
remember.
turned around and walked the
We
opposite
remember
direction.
that one is the one that we do not want to talk about ever again.
No.
That was a pretty bad beer.
Yeah. But apparently it's the best selling in China or Taiwan or Japan.
China. Yeah. I remember because I bought it. And I'm sad to say I bought it. So, but
and I want to make a challenge for all of you who are out there who are watching this, because I'm going to try and do it. But try and go to a beer festival in each continent. I think I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, that'd be a challenge for sure. Well, of course in Europe you got
Oktoberfest
in Germany, man. That'd be such a. We put in our names to go to that maybe.
Yeah,
we didn't win because we are still here. So
yeah,
not that
but
it's
also
October
not
yet.
October.
But yeah, I know. But we're still here and we're still not bragging about that we get to go to Oktoberfest. So
yeah,
I don't think we won, but that'd be one to really go for. I'm sure there's a big one in Asia, and sure there's one in South Africa too, or South America.
Yeah.
That is probably off the.
And then I think there'd be probably a pretty good one in Australia somewhere too.
Oh, sure, Australia, absolutely. Africa, I don't really know what there would be there.
Yeah, neither do I. I think they're more hard liquor.
Yeah,
alcohol
maybe.
type of people.
Yeah, they could be. You're right.
Because I remember Brandon talking about it when he was there, and they said all they basically drank was hard liquor.
Well, that'd be still worth going too.
Yeah, I'd
just
say
hard
so.
liquor, yeah.
And then you can say you've been to a drink/beer festival on every continent of the world inhabited.
Yeah.
So I think that is us for now, and probably tonight.
So that's for this one. I'm working on my third right now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But like, comment, subscribe. Tell us if you've ever been to a beer festival, and where, because depending on how, and let us know if it was good or not. If it was good, we might look into it one day once I'm done school, and we'll go check it out.
Yeah, and for those of you who are on Twitter, I'm at Curtis_Murray.
And I am Julio15 Bonjoli, and I hope to see you guys, or not hope to see you, but I hope you guys watch more of my videos. See ya.